You want to get it done, you just can't get started. You beat yourself up. The title of this article and this talk today is 5 ways to get it done without beating yourself up again. What's behind this beating yourself up again? What's behind this knowing that you've got stuff to do, but just feeling completely overwhelmed and just not doing any of it? Recently, I was in Arizona. When I was in Arizona, I watched my son experience this exact thing. He knew he had to open his mail. He knew he had to pay his parking tickets. He knew he had to deal with a lot of rather mundane and boring tasks like paid time off and dealing with insurance and looking at doing another job or whatever the case may be. Like, it's a lot of things. Whether you're working for somebody else or whether you're an entrepreneur who knows they've got to make those connections. You've got to reach out to podcast guests. You've got to create your content and your newsletter. You've got to invite clients into your world. But you just feel stuck and you can't get there. This is for you. So first thing before we dive into the 5 tips is ask yourself what's really going on, because I'll tell you what, usually what's really going on, it's actually a self-esteem issue. We feel some version of not good enough. We look at the past as evidence of what to come instead of accepting the past and deciding that this time you're going to take different steps and have a different outcome. So let's just say this happens. Well, I'll get to this. Actually, I'll get to that in just a few minutes when I go through the 5 things. I'll give you this example. So those 5 ways I want to talk about changing that, turning it around. The first thing is to celebrate your successes. Now, when I do this in my free monthly Wisdom Warriors, you all missed that. Not all of you, but a few of you missed that on October 2nd, which as the time of this recording, I am... It was yesterday, because today is the 3rd, it's Tuesday. We celebrate. The first thing we do is we celebrate. We celebrate our successes. And when I have my private groups and when I have my private one-to-one high-end coaching, the first thing we do is we celebrate. And usually when people come for coaching, it's not because everything is going well. It's just the opposite. Everything is not going well. So when I ask for a celebration, it's counterintuitive. And people have a hard time going, I don't have anything to celebrate. And sometimes I get that. I don't have anything to celebrate. You know, you do. You always do. You can celebrate showing up. That's fine. You can celebrate how pretty the trees are starting to get. You can celebrate anything. Celebrating success breeds success. It's biological. It's called changing the neurons in your mind. So it's really important to celebrate whatever, even the teeniest of successes. Getting out of bed in the morning, high-fiving yourself in the mirror like Mel, what's her last name? Mel Robbins. That's something to celebrate. Okay? Number 2. Remove your shoulds or your supposed tos. Because I can guarantee you the beating up of I should will not work. Doesn't work. Has never worked, y'all. But we do it. We do it all the time. We think it's gonna work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all, actually. So what you want to do instead is you're like, oh, I gotta go do laundry or whatever. Think about how nice those clothes will smell when they come out of the dryer. For example, oh, I gotta look something up online. Think about how nice it'll be to have that answer, to have that bill paid once it's paid. Like, oh God, I gotta look at my finances. Like, a lot of people don't like that. Same thing. Well, what will it be like when you're on the other side? So that's a way to get going. It's a way to get that motivation, and it's a way to get out of your own way. Tapping into your creativity. Now, if you don't like to do something, and you consider yourself maybe a creative person, well, guess what? You can go ahead and tap into your creativity and maybe do what the next tip is and get it done differently. So okay, but before I dive into that, like you could have maybe a body double. So if you can't do a task. So again, last week I was trying to get my son to do a lot of these tasks. He's 21 years old, almost 22. There's a lot of life tasks that he just can't get himself to do. But he said, Mom, it's amazing. When you're just sitting here, I can just go ahead and do it. And the other thing he did is he put on his headphones. So creativity for him is put on my noise canceling headphones because he's a highly sensitive person. Maybe you are too. Auditory, very, very distracting, can hear all the conversations in the room, conversations in his own head, all that. Puts those on and body doubles, having somebody else there. You can do this on Zoom as well. Number 4 is permission to delegate. And one person's passion can be another person's like non-passion. So there's where you can get creative. It's like, yeah, all right. You know, so I have somebody that's close to me who, you know, is really good with numbers. And I am really good at organizing and getting things done. So we work together to get stuff done together, you see, because I have my passions and things I'm good at, and this person has passions and things they're good at. So you can kind of work together, you know, like that. So let's say, last but not least, turning boring tasks into games. Very big. Just a matter of, like, say you got to go grocery shopping. Now, there's a task I basically hate. I don't know about you all, but I hate grocery shopping. It's just like, why do I hate grocery shopping so much? Well, probably because it's boring and mundane and it just takes up my time and I'd rather do other stuff. So, you know, turn it into a game. It's like, maybe just see, can I get in and out in 30 minutes? And if I get in and out in 30 minutes, do I get to go have a latte? You know, super fun. Yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do to have fun and get it done. You know, and just do these things because we have to. We have to get our things done without beating ourselves up. Because if we don't get our things done, we're stuck in a loop of failure, and we're just telling ourselves, like it's a bonus tip. I was going to tell you a bonus tip earlier. What happens is that we do a schedule at times, and then we don't even do the schedule. We cut ourselves off at the knees and don't even do the schedule before we even have a chance to try the schedule, because we know that we're not good at schedules and we don't want to fail. And because we don't want to fail, we try to save ourselves and not even try. That's a real thing, y'all. That's so crazy right there. But let's not do that. Let's make the tasks smaller and smaller and smaller and do the other 5 things that I had just mentioned. Please, if you're still listening, please comment below. Tell me, which is your favorite? I want to know, and what small step are you going to take? I can't wait to see you guys. Again, the first Monday of the month is always Wisdom Warriors, which is my free group. Please come along. I don't know why you'd say no to something that's for free anyway, and it's at lunchtime if you're in Eastern. There's no high pressure sales pitch. It's just all love. So bring your friends, have some fun with it. If for some reason you don't want to do that, just be in my Unscatomy Facebook group and share the love that way. If you ever want to work with me privately, oh my gosh, let's have a conversation, because I hate to see you stuck. Stuck sucks. We don't want that. See you soon. Bye.